you're a man in your 40s, 50s, 60s especially, let's concentrate on 50s and 60s. And you're tired of starting over a new program every January 1st, whatever it is, you try to commit to something and then it falls by the wayside. I'm going to give you four tools that matter. And this is going to be able to make the difference in your life to keep you on the right path. First of all, for a man our age, this is why this matters. Decline is real, right? It's not just the way you're feeling or your mental state. Your muscle is actually declining. Your recovery is slowing. Your energy is dropping. You can feel it when you're walking up the stairs, when you're trying to pick yourself up off the floor, when you're trying to lift your foot up to tie your shoelace. You got a low grade fog that becomes normal if you let it. The body will still respond, however. We just have to train. It's not, your body's not giving up on you. It just demands consistency. I rebuilt myself after letting myself go hard in my 40s. Let me tell you, it wasn't easy. In my 40s, I had been a street cop for a lot of years. I'd been a private investigator. Then I segued into owning businesses and being a corporate VP. And I'll tell you what happened is I started spending time behind a desk. You're starting grinding. You're worried about making your business successful. And the first thing you give up is the gym, right? That 1 hour in the morning that you think, well, I'll get back to it tomorrow or next week, or, well, it's been the summer now, so maybe I'll start after the holidays. You can't do that. You got to commit. Discipline is everything. Not, I'm going to try to get to the gym. You just get to the gym and you're going to do it tomorrow. Okay. Now, the problem with most men is, in my opinion, from what I've seen in my coaching journey, is overcommitting, right? Trying to make unrealistic goals and stick to them. So don't do that. First of all, pick something simple. Don't go start off by saying you're going to go to the gym 5 or 6 days a week. It's not realistic. Okay. You need a consistent pattern. Why don't you start with 3 days a week? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can do it before work. You can do it after work. You can do it on your lunch hour. All you really need is about 45 minutes. Get into that gym, start doing something. If you don't have access to a gym, get yourself some dumbbells, do it at your desk, get a walking pad in your office. You can get those things on Amazon for under $100. Sit there and walk for 45 minutes if it's at least you can do. Pick up some dumbbells, walk with a weighted ruck on you. Whatever you can do to stay active, 45 minutes, 3 days a week, I'm telling you, that'll make a difference. Before you go to bed or in the morning, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups. Keep it simple, right? Try to walk after a meal if you can. That's the best time. You get home for dinner, you got a dog, you've got a wife or children want to go for a walk, go for a walk after dinner and don't eat again. That's going to be key. No snacking in the evenings. If you can target it, get a watch that tracks your steps and try to keep to 7 to 10,000 steps a day. It sounds like a lot. If you've got an active job, it's not really. If you're sedentary and you're sitting behind a desk, you're going to have to work a little more hard at it. But either way, you can make the time. Don't do this. I don't have time for that. 45 minutes, 3 days a week, you have time for. Trust me. Okay. The other thing that men our age forget or don't do is consume enough protein. And then you're wondering why your muscle isn't staying. Consume 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of your target body weight. Right, that's what you want. For a 190 pound man, you want to weigh 190. You're currently stuck at 220 or something like that. You want to be at 140 to 180 grams of protein a day. If you just count that macro, you're going to get there. I'd prefer you get a macro counter on your phone, enter everything, weigh your food. You know, it doesn't have to be overly complicated, but you got to understand your protein has to be high. And you just start with that. Don't start getting into the minutia of worrying about how much that protein is based and versus how much carbohydrate you've got. Don't worry about the fat content. Just keep the protein high for now. Consistent high protein will do it. You want to look at eggs, Greek yogurt, fish, all your meats. and add protein powder. For me, that's not even negotiable. I can't eat enough protein to stay above 150 grams of protein a day unless I throw a shake in the morning. You can get 60 grams in a shake. You can even get 3 scoops, do somewhere between 75 and 90 grams of protein in a morning shake. And you've got half your daily allotment already looked after. So I suggest you do whey protein, find a flavor that you like. Vanilla, throw a banana in it, get strawberry, throw some extra frozen strawberries in it, a handful of those. It's like a sweet treat, and it's going to keep your protein up. Okay. Sleep. You've got to sleep good. That's the basic foundation. If you're not sleeping and you're not rested, you're not going to feel like getting to the gym. You're not going to do any of those things. Now, I know it's hard when you get to be your age to sleep. You're worried about things, but you've got to practice some, and everybody's different, right? I take magnesium glycinate. That helps me sleep. I don't know that that's going to work for everybody, but find your niche, man. Maybe if it's meditating, making sure you're not looking at your phone for an hour before you go to bed, making sure you're not watching TV. Blue screens kill. Like, you get your brain all working. You can't fall asleep good. If you can't get that under control, maybe talk to your doctor, right? Do something, look it up, do some reading, but you got to sleep, because poor sleep is going to raise your cortisol levels. That's going to kill your recovery. That's going to increase your hunger and your appetite. And it's going to make all those other habits that we're trying to solve harder. So sleeping, and you don't have to be ridiculous. I know people say 8, 9 hours. Really, at our age, I think a good hard 5 or 6 most nights is probably all we need. Myself, I go to bed really early. I'm in bed by like 8:30, out 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 hard by 10, and I'm up at 4:30 or so. I feel rested, 6.5 hours consistent sleep, um, and you're good. All right. Lift 2 to 3 times a week if you can. Like I said, if you can't get into a gym, grab some dumbbells, keep them in your office, wherever they're handy. Just, crank out a little exercise. If you want to DM me, I have a whole a PDF document of full body workout that you can do essentially with 2 dumbbells. You can work your arms, your shoulders, your back, your chest, your legs. You can get every part of your body done with a set of dumbbells. You don't have to be overcomplicating this. And that's the minimum effective dose of what I would call medicine to get yourself back on track after 50. It's not that simple. Strip it down, do the minimum that works, and keep showing up and keep doing it consistently. That's how you stop the decline, and that's how you say no to fading. All right. If this landed and it speaks to you, do 2 things. One, hit subscribe, turn on notifications so that the next time I give you some advice, it comes to you. Go grab that free optimization guide that I have on x.com at Brent Lajeunesse, BrentLajeunesse. You throw in your email and you get a free burn fat, build muscle optimization guide. That's got a lot of hints on it. If you want to DM me, I have other guides. Like I say, the full dumbbell workout one I can send you. All the tools that you need, really, to get yourself back in fighting condition and stay dangerous. All right, I'm Brent. I'm still climbing. I'm still training. I'm still refusing the fade. So live savage, and we'll see you on the next one.